this money because you think you will not be praised. Somebody has to know you. Somebody has to recognize you. I have seen churches where in the that's a Catholic church. At the end of the service, the pastor or the priest is standing at the door shaking hands with everybody that's coming out. Come again. Come again. Come again. Are you telling him to come again for what? If he wants to come, if he knows it's a salvation, then he will come. He doesn't need you to tell him that. You don't need him to advertise yourself. Biafra is here for us. Biafra is what we want, and Biafra is what we're going to get. No matter how you do it, no matter how you twist it, no matter how you try to, take us out, let us try to make us not see the ball. No, we have our eyes on the ball, we know where we're going. The distractors can go to hell. If there is such a place called hell, that's where they should all end up. They should leave us alone. Biafra is our goal, and that's exactly what we are going to get, regardless of what they say. This morning I have a clip here that we need to talk a little bit about. It says secret manhunt for Biafra activists. They are searching for our people, and then I think a group wrote group rights. NHRC, I don't know what it is. I know that IGP means Inspector General of Police, DSS, and others. But these are the people that are doing the hunting. All right, let me read this story here. It says a human rights organization, International Solidarity for Peace and Human Rights Initiative, has called the attention of the National Human Rights Commission, NHRC. Okay, that's what it means. National Human Rights Commission, to the undared secret manhunt for people suspected to be Biafra activists in Enugu State. Not just in Enugu State, they are doing it everywhere. They are kidnapping our people, hijacking them. So you guys, when you look for your man and you don't see him, please raise an alarm, because this is what is going on now. The organization gave the example of the invasion on the residence of citizen Chuks Egwato by the men of the Department of State Security, DSS, at Topland Amici Road, Enugu, and arrest 4 of his siblings. That's what they do. They go out there, they take a woman and his family, and the man and his family, and nobody sees them again. The DSS that is doing the secret police that they created in the zoo, that just don't even obey court orders. The court has no meaning anymore for these people. When the court says something, they flagrantly refuse to do it. They are law on themselves. Like somebody say, I am the law. No, you don't. You are not the law. You just have to obey the law that is made. They are not the law, but they claim to be one. In a letter written to the National Human Rights Commission, NHRC, and copied to Inspector General of Police, IGP, DSS, Amnesty International, as well as Human Rights Watch president of the organization, Comrade Osmond Ugu, drew attention to the injustice and human rights infraction and called on the security agents to release those detained. Ugu also pointed out that the security agents invaded Iguato's residence, and when they could not get him, arrested his relatives instead. The letter reads, attention of International Solidarity for Peace and Human Rights Initiative has been drawn to a secret operation of Nigerian security agents of mop-up activities and manhunt of people, particularly the youths in southeast Nigeria suspected to be Biafra activists. These secret operations suspected to be the target at eliminating them manifested on Monday, 8th November 2021, when many people alleged to be Nigerian security agents invaded the house of one Chuks Egwato at number 3 Asha Street, Topland Amici Road, Enugu, by 5 a.m. with the aim of taking him away secretly for elimination without trace. 5 a.m. in the morning, that's when they're visiting your home. These people are killers. A source informed IS-4PA the Nigerian DSS, Army and police raided the house of Mr. Egwato on Monday morning at 5 a.m. to arrest him. They violently struck on his doors and shattered the glass windows. They were busy shouting, "Open the door now or we fire this house or we fire this house." At first, the attackers were suspected to be armed robbers because of their aggressive approach. Our source informed us that the Nigerian DSS, Army and police have placed Mr. Egwato on wanted list and have insisted that he surrenders himself to the DSS as precondition for releasing his siblings. We are also informed that at the moment, Mr. Egwato is reported to have been in hiding without a place to lay his head for fear of being killed. This is what we are seeing in the Southeast, and America and the United Kingdom, they are all watching and listening to all this, and that is what is happening. There are killers there. There's genocide going on as usual, and there's nobody that thinks it's worthwhile to talk about it. For them, it's another African nation. They can go and kill themselves. It does not really matter. The world is not going to miss them. But do you know something? When it comes, what goes around comes around. It's not going to end with us. Because after we had gone, there will be other people that they will look for. But you have to understand one thing is that if you have a cancer in one of your fingers and you think that the rest of the body is very safe, forget it. These people, they are cancer that is plaguing our area at this time. It will eventually come to you. All these young people that are running away, seeking refuge, when they come into your country, you think you're going to send them away? If you make their home good for them, they definitely not want to leave. Nigeria is a place, or the zoo, or the Biafra land is a place that we all want to live in. That's why we're seeking our own country. All you need to do is help us get it. Then if you see us in your country, you can do whatever you want to us, because we'll have no reason to leave. But in the zoo, that thing that is created, artificially created by a white person, is not going to work. It is not. It is not normal to get people. I'm not talking about language now. Language doesn't mean anything. We're talking about culture. We're talking about natural, that is, we can't blend. It's not possible. People have to be there to decide on what they want. Give us the chance to decide on what we want to do. You came there for reason of trading and everything. You came there to buy whatever you want to buy from us. We did not stop you. You did not end by buying. You sold our people. You took our children and sold them out. Take them to your country, to your nation. Till today, you still think the whole thing is going to work out? It's not going to work out. You somebody, a man and a woman drunk in the bar just came in. Lord Lugard, that's what they called him. And they floored ashore his girlfriend. They came in there, they say, you, one country. What are we going to call this country, my honey? Oh, okay, since they are black people, we call them nigger area. This is the area where niggers are all packed up. That's Nigeria. Now they are gone. Why are we still together? The slave master has left. He's died. His people have left, just gone back to where they come from. But we are now struggling to keep together what they have created. It will not work. It is never going to work. It has never worked before and will never, ever work. Happy Sunday to all of you. This is Radio Biafra USA Tool. Okay, we can go into our regular interaction. Call in and please be kind to the next person, because most people, when they start talking, they get carried away. They forget at the time, and there are people out there waiting to get in to have their own voice heard also. So call us. The line is still very much open for you. This is Radio Biafra.
Restructure. There was problem in the agri restructure Nigeria. The 4th and 5th of January 1967, you General one Beja, he answered the Aburia, General Ankara Beja, Colonial Beja, and they accept the Aburia, and they accept the restructure. But when they come back Nigeria government refused to give problem they fight to keep rolling to food. They say to genocide the laws and them call them war. Them keep my people plenty, them call them war. Them keep our mama, them keep our mama, them keep our uncle, them keep our them keep my children, them keep 5 million. People were demand for restructuring.
I have a call coming in on straight line. Let me take this one. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Thank you, sir. Mazi, Dr. Agida.
Welcome to the program. No.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Greetings to you, my beloved brothers and sisters, Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. Blessing for Heavenly Father, Biafra. You will continue to be our strength and keep us moving forward. My name is Ugo, and I'm calling from my location, Mazi. Hear what you just read about our brother Chuse Guatu.
Yes.
This is the honest truth. What happened here in Enugu province. At least I am an eyewitness. I am on ground. Just as you mentioned it, that is how it is. And I want to use this opportunity to tell the saboteurs, because the place that you say what is living, I can boldly tell you that it's a new apartment where he was located, he under hiding. Somebody who cannot to take these two people over there and appointed. The same thing to our brother, Mazi, that the same people also under sabotage efforts. They adopted him Henry is the person that they arrested, both the landlady and the wife that has a very little child. They released the landlady, they allowed the wife because of the little child. But today they are still holding Henry. They are still holding the brother of our brother, the siblings of our brother Chusegwatu, and the rest of them. There are so many people ones that we are still looking for. The question is, this thing that is happening, I guess the world is seeing it. The reason why I'm saying it is because if they allow us to go after these people, they can never ever defeat us. If we decided to return back what they are giving to us, they can never defeat us. And this thing that they are looking for, they will get it. We continue to demand for the release of our brothers and sisters, innocent for that matter, and our leader Nnamdi Kanu, just for saying the truth. There are so much evil people in the zoo. None of them is in detention. I witnessed when Fulani jihadists Mieti Allah killed somebody in Ataku here in Enugu province. He was one of them, the idiot, was arrested. They took him to MTT police station here in Enugu province. At the end of everything, the idiot disappeared from cell. Yeah. They released him. They allow him to go. Mm-hmm. This thing is what is happening. The people, the killers, none of them is facing the consequence of their evil deeds. But the people that is demanding for their right, or demanding for referendum, equal rights, equity, fairness, justice. You are killing them, you are detaining them, you are kidnapping them, and you think you can get justice through that way. The release of our leader Nnamdi Kanu, the release of innocent Biafrans from different parts of our land is what we are demanding. And we will continue to demand it, whether the evil ones like it, the autonomous, they will continue to do their work until destruction will befall them. I'm using this opportunity to greet the resolute ones, the Director of State of Ipob, and those of you that is in the media. It's a divine work. Chukwu will be the strength of every one of you. Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. You are the first caller today, and welcome to the program anytime. This is Radio Biafra, 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. The lines are still open for you to make your calls. This is Radio.
Nigeria government do my people for genocide. Our back situational understatement. Now everybody that you come out for the matter. As this matter one carry many people. Discuss my booyah. We know Nigeria ain't like this because nobody got the road. Nigeria ain't like this because government lie. We use the ambition for Georgia, we are going to shit. In our curriculum for school, they not teach us about history. Now where we go learn, now how we go learn. When we can look on to us, Nigeria government is up. Nigeria government is up. Nigeria government is up. That's why we are pink and black. Nigerians hate good. Now today where we go up.
All right, I have a call straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi. My name is Chinedu, calling from Enugu, Biafra land.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi. All hail Biafra, Mazi.
All hail Biafra.
Yes, Mazi. Like the caller that dropped now said, we have so many saboteurs among us. There was a clip you guy play on the Radio Biafra about 30 minutes ago about Nnamdi Kanu. I listened to it full. The problem we have in our place now is these elites, these politicians, or as our elder, as our elite do always call them. Mazi, my question is, I was talking to some people in the market yesterday that we should observe the prayer while we wait for further directives. So my question is this, Mazi. Are we going to continue like this? Why they waste our people every day? Because a lot of us here, some people are not happy about the broadcast of our DOS the other day. But I told them we have to pray, of course, while we prepare. So we are waiting for the next directive, Mazi. This is my WhatsApp number. I'm here in Enugu, and we are ready for whatever directives that will come after, Mazi.
Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your information. And Biafra, our system has been made clear from the beginning, even before I joined the IPOB. It's command and control. If I ask you, just keep doing it. I don't blame you guys because we are human. And a human being what he is, will always think fast ahead. It does whatever we're going to do it. And that, we've got to this far in this struggle, to this position we are today because of that same consistency of respect and obeying instruction. People that have tried to think that they know better, where are they today? They are out there. One week, it's over. Everybody have ideas of what he wants to do. Everybody have ideas of the way things are to be done. But the world is not built like that. Everything was system. Everybody found about orderliness, order. We are following what our leader told us. We have one leader, that's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And whatever the DOS is doing, they are Nnamdi Kanu for now. I can't jump them to anybody. And whatever they say, the only thing people have to understand is that when they speak, it's our leader that is speaking. Just hear our leader speaking through them. That's it. When our leader comes out, if there's anything, anywhere they screwed up, it's our leader's responsibility to handle it. Not me, not you, not any of us. No. If we do what this is the radio station where we broadcast. We don't just get up and go contrary to what our leadership has said. No. It's a no, complete, absolutely no. So people can come out and think that they know better. Yes, everybody knows. I know I've been here for a while. I've been in this organization for a while. And I've learned new things because human being, we all have ideas. Blah, blah, blah. You know how to talk. But all down, first of all, Nnamdi Kanu didn't come out and took monopoly of Biafra. No. He started by picking people one by one. Anyone that hears his voice and wants to join, he joins. So he is there with his heart. Nnamdi Kanu is not such a rich man, a rich politician that has stolen money, that will give us money to come out there and carry placards for him. No. I remember before I even joined this organization, in Aba, there was a protest that was going on. And I heard the comment, what a soldier said, these people, not the fear. Even at the move of gun, they are coming. Do you think it's Nnamdi Kanu that did that? No. These are people that something in them, more money has risen. So forget about these people that are talking, they know what to do, DSS is not doing very well. First of all, when we started looking for our leader, somebody called me. I said, hi, can you even do DSS? How come they are not talking? Or DOS? Say, what would they talk? You want them to come and lie to you? What is your problem? That's exactly what you want. You want him to lie. He has nothing to tell you. And when he has something to tell you, he will tell you. Be patient. So this is it, my brother. They were going to stay like they told us to pray. Just pray. Fold your hands and wait. Something will eventually come, that something will happen. All right? So let's take it easy. Caller, good morning. Caller on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi Akipita. Casey Rosenberg, calling from Morocco.
Oh, welcome. Yes.
And when we go to Kanu, know that national radio Biafra, when also possible, I can't have we here. I will know you I would say, what that is the thing. It's not unfair.
Yes.
I will go to die. I will go on the mountain to make a man. I wish you to my dear brother. Mama is going to radio Biafra.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your call. This is Radio Biafra. We are still taking calls here at 646-920-4541. 845-344-7984 plus 1929-406-9953. That's the line for the principal officers and the ladies. We also on Skype and WhatsApp. And Messenger. Or Signal, I'm sorry, Signal 845-283-9665. Call us, the line is still very, very much open for each and every one of you.
Let's go. It's M. Josh on the beat. Enough. Some people don't get the people, people suffer, people come down, they know get the food, they know get the light, they know get the money, people come fine, they know this day, hunger too much, but $30 don't donate $1 billion. I need to dango to donate $1 billion. Dr. Paul Lenche don't donate $2 billion. Atiku Abubakar donate $50 million. But hunger won't kill my people. Poor man go sit on trouble. Abusamete Rabi donate $1 billion. How about we go donate $1 billion? Thank God, no rich poor man. Hunger won't kill Nigerians.
Nobody wanna talk about body matter. They get me say tomorrow they go better because we get food to chop the bills and them bills go away.
Audio government, audio president, audio ministers, audio senators, audio government, audio president, audio governors, audio commissioners. My people suffer for nothing. My people die for hunger. My people suffer for nothing. My people sit at home. Audio promises. Colonial no kill Nigerians. Zombie kill Nigerians. Hunger kill Nigerians. NNPC donate $11 billion. GTB donate $1 billion. Access Bank donate $1 billion. Zenith Bank donate $1 billion. Billy, poor man
Ipob. Chimovia donating 1 billion. Segun Abache donating 1 billion. Two-Face Idibia can donate 10 million. Plenty people don't donate plenty billions. So we should keep pressing forward. So
yeah, that's country where there's an individual is richer than a country. Isn't that something? And the masses are living in poverty, in hunger and starvation. And nobody, and we're talking about our freedom, and somebody is there trying to stop us. No, you cannot. When the hunger don't really pepper them, you will be on the run. You can do what you want. Then the IPOB should be a living example to each and every one of you. One single individual started it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, talking on the radio, just with a microphone, just the way I'm talking right now. Like I said before, I did never ever in my life believe that microphone could be such a great weapon. Stronger than the biggest ferret cars, stronger than the biggest aeroplane, bomber planes and things like that. Because gradually, without killing anybody, he's bringing everybody to his knees. This is Radio Biafra, USA 2. I have a call coming in on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi Peters.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. My name is Manuel. I'm speaking from my location. I greet you once more, Mazi Peters. It is not easy. It is not easy at all for an elder man to stand up so early like that to fight for his people. Some of us are 70 and above. We know how somebody feels when you are up to that date. You talk about departure hall. That is exactly where some of us are now. And we have seen what is happening from the youth till today. And all these things, you can see some people trying to destroy their future because of money. The Fulani have done so much in Nigeria that before now, nobody's supposed to be talking about Nigeria by now. But because of black people, because of free people living on black nation Nigeria, they are there just like in me. After October 1st, 1960, the Fulani in Nigeria on 12th October, Ahmadu Bello said, this country called Nigeria, Sebi, is our father's estate. We will ruthlessly prevent not to change the government. We use the middle belt as a marching tools. The South has conquered territory. We will not allow them to rule over us, and will not allow them to control their own future. This statement was made on 12th October 1960, 12 days after independence. Today, the Fulani are working tirelessly to complete the agenda in Nigeria. And all this thing is happening. Some people say they are men of God, don't know what is happening. What they are after is tithe and offering. Making investment left and right. Making people to be a slave in the name of religion in Nigeria. 7,200 people were killed and their penis was harvested and shipped to China. The whole world kept quiet. And somebody from America traveled to Nigeria and removed Nigeria from the blacklist of killing Christians and even the people, the indigenous people. Fulani are killing if they destroy it. That's to tell you that Nigeria, the white people now, some of these people we call white people, British and America, and the allied, they have no regard to the black, mostly in Nigeria. Nigeria is their supermarket where they are making their money and developing their people. And the Igbo man will be against his freedom, fighting for those who are fighting for them. What a shame, what a shameless of group of people. I hope a time will come, all these people will revise. Because for you to be a slave, you may own the whole money on the earth. If you are Igbo man, you are a slave. If you are ordinary people in Nigeria, you may have the whole money like Obasanjo, Tinubu, and the rest of them. You are a slave of Fulanis. You will die as a slave, and your generation will remain like that. It is better you understand what our leader is talking, what IPOB is saying. The only group that will find fighting for everybody. Thank you very much. All hail Biafra.
Okay, my microphones are shut down. I'm sorry, nobody was hearing me. All right, welcome to live broadcast on New York City, 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, +1-929-406-9953. My brother, what you said is very correct. That's what what we're fighting against. We're fighting against very unjust society. But you know something? At the end of the journey, Biafra will be here. This is Radio Biafra. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Call us.
I'm representing Mazi Chica. What you call the car, you know. We come with the cheese, factory key on the yard. Never know the tea. Careful and in our yoga. They be hoop and they could be. Fat cheese if I book you. Passing a fire down. Scar up on me. We are different. Yeah. We are different. Come on. Come on. Get it. We are different. We are different. Come on. Different. Yeah. Them swear for them devil. All them I know how to do is evil. We resolute 24/7. IPOB is the mouth of the people. Shh. Adapt is a queen. Nnamdi Kanu is a healer. One year I'm about to call chiller. Now you got from the filo. Never tell the apple of Putilo. Hey, die for Bobby. Gone out the days of blackout. Even out the scene and who did they get out to shut up and no shout to get out. Shameless Bojo. Janja with Zolo Jan Mugu. None on Facebook, but now go to reform a boys here. Couple. Janja with them in our land. In our family land, they defy our guests. Government know they coming to mother rapping the money for your celebrity without the freedom. You a coward. Biafra will live, never die. You never sleep, we taking naps. Well, if you want anyone in the world, who will not see the intelligence, if I'm a whoop. We come to the cheese. Actually, you really are the real. You know the teeth. Careful and need our yoga. They be looking at you. Fako cheese if I should wait you. Passing the fire down. Scar
much, Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
I like coming up here, Mazi.
You're loud and clear, sir. Go ahead.
Mazi, bless you, Mazi, for your good work. My name is Desmond, and I'm calling you from Italy, Mazi. Mazi, I want to appreciate you for your good work, and I want to also salute our leader, His Excellency, Mazi Kanu. Kanu will continue to be with you, and you lead us into Biafra and even beyond. He said, Mazi, before I comment on analysis, before I say what I want to say, let me first of all encourage and remind Biafrans that there is need for us to continue to support ESN, because everybody can see what is going on, a lot of things is going on, and we know that the security, protection of the life and properties of Biafrans is our priority, and then the restoration of Biafra. So therefore, our people must be able to continue to support ESN. Now, these numbers are from IPOB National Body, signed by IPOB National Coordinator of Italy, for Biafrans in Italy, friends of Biafrans in Italy, and all of us of our freedom to call and support ESN. And we should also take note that in the process of supporting ESN, we must make sure that we have the direct link for the right support. Anything that is not approved by the DOS headed by Mazi is false, and our people must take caution of this and get the appropriate channel. So before you pay your money anywhere, you must always make sure that you are doing that through the right approved channel. Now, for Biafrans in Italy, please call these numbers and you'll be directed on how to support ESN. The first number is +39 35100 46055. I repeat, +39 35100 46055. This is the IPOB National Coordinator number in Italy. The second is +39 3512 551274. I repeat, +39 3512 551274. This is IPOB National PRO number in Italy. Any of them will call you, be directed on how to support ESN. Mazi, what I just want to say is that you see, everything going on in Biafra today has been, should I say, said by our leader. He has said it before now, and as we are seeing it unfolding, we only have one responsibility, is to make sure that we follow the directives of the DOS. Headed by Mazi, we must listen, we must be disciplined, and we must follow them, because this is the leadership our leader is using to guide us now. Our people must understand this thing. And I also want to encourage Biafrans at home that apart from the good job of ESN, we, every village, every community in Biafra land must be able to have a vigilance. A vigilance is very, very important. It is going to help, because once you have a vigilance and you have your things around and you connect with each other, we are not saying you can start shooting or just be vigilant in your village. When you see these Fulani, these killers, chase them away. Chase them away. And if they go and bring their army, you must also have your own right place, to call the necessary security in our land. It is very, very important that every community across Biafran land have a vigilant group. And our people also should understand. The military, the police you see in uniform across Biafra, they are here to kill you. These are terrorists. There are no normal human beings again in Nigerian military and police. They have all resigned. Some of them run away. The people you see now are Al-Shabaab, terrorists, Boko Haram, Ipob, Fulani terrorists that were given army uniform. So once our people are able to be conscious of this, the killing is going to reduce, because our people still see these people as common military. This is the problem. And finally, we must all come together, everybody, the land of Biafra. There will be no bank that will open on Tuesday, which is on the 30th, and we must all pray for the release of our leader, Biafra unity, the unity in Biafra land, and the restoration of Biafra. This is very, very important. Thank you very much, Mazi. I do that, and God bless you from here.
God bless you. All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're here taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. All right, I have somebody who inboxed me. He's telling me that my attitude, he personally accused me. Good thing he didn't come on radio because I could have turned him off. He inboxed me to tell me that my personal observation, that what he has observed with me is that I'm so indifferent about our leader. I don't care that our leader is locked up and all this of them. I said, well, I responded. I said, my brother, you that care, what have you really done to get him out of there? Our leader for me is not in jail. That's what I told him. He is resting. He has people in place to do what he has to do. This is part of the process. Nobody takes a crude oil and put it in his car directly. It's going to crank your engine. What do? They put it in the furnace. They put it in the refinery. They refined it. And out of this crude oil will come so many things. Kerosene comes from there. The aerofuel comes from there. The regular spirit that we use in driving petrol that comes from there. The diesel comes from there. The same crude oil. But you know something? It's in the process. Mazi Nnamdi is going through a process. He's going through a cleansing process. I won't even call it cleansing. The people have to observe that what he is going through is not unnatural. It is something that he said he has already devoted himself. He's lost his parents. What else? From the beginning, he has always said that losing his parents will not make him stop the agitation. So he is doing what he's supposed to do, and where he is now is where he is supposed to be now. It's as simple as that. Take it or leave it. You might think it's sounding very high. The person who even inboxed me told me, because you are in the comfort of your home in Americans, yeah, comfort. Forget about that comfort, because let's not put his situation. Nnamdi Kanu is the one that is made to do what he is doing, not me. Probably even the radio I'm talking probably is by chance. I won't even say I was dedicated to do this job, but hey, thank God. I never knew in my life that I'd be able to sit on radio and talk and people will listen to me. Isn't that something? It's part of the learning process. Our leader is under the divine guidance. He is surrounded by what we call Shekinah, and that there's nothing anybody can do about it. Nobody can touch him. He went through what he went through in Kenya. He is still breathing. We wanted to see him, and he came out, and we see him walking. See the Onyendu that he is. Even in court there, he could not be bamboozled by anybody. So why do you people care? The DOS is here to do his job. If Obunasi made, that's what we will do. Regardless of how you might not feel comfortable, you might go and knock your head on the ground. But what I'm saying is, if you think they are not doing well, why don't you start your own organization and don't even put Nnamdi Kanu's name there? Call it whatever you want. Not when you create something, you come here and tell us it's under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No, Nnamdi Kanu will tell us when he has created something new and what he has not created anything. He was in Masop. He left Masop. He didn't say Masop under Nnamdi Kanu. No, he got a new name. Call her good morning. Call her on call her on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, hi Peters. Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi. Mazi, before I say anything, thank you for just the reply you gave to the guy that inboxed you.
Yes.
That asking you are not, you don't care that our leader is in prison. Him that cares, what have he done?
Exactly.
What has he done? He that cares. You see, they talk that talking is easy, but to do is wonders. He that believe that he has something to do, what have he himself done? He that accusing you that he don't care that our leader is in prison. What has he done himself? Good question, my brother. God bless you for your wiseness, my brother. You really gifted to us. Thank you and God bless you. Mazi, I just say thank you for indicating Biafrans today. Thank you for taking your time to do whatever you believe that will bring us home. God bless you, my brother. Allow me to appreciate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the one and the only. The one who now suffering because of myself and the generation to come. I say his days belong on this earth. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, His Excellency. Long live IPOB. Long live United States of Biafra. And also long live ESN. Mazi, you see, people that are contributing today, they are saying wisely things. Like one of our brother, Chukwu Emmanuel, what he says today. You see, this is the mentality of Fulani. They're born to rule. That's their mentality. They are born to rule. They say they will never allow us to control our own future. Mazi, when I heard this, Mazi, my brain crack. Fulani says they will never allow us to control our future. Can you believe that? Can you believe our Majiri that go to Islamic school in Sudan? We're telling the wisest people on earth, Biafrans, they will not allow us to control our future. Mazi, the thing is on Biafra. When I heard this thing, Mazi, I don't know how I feel. I feel very, very, very bad. Now, you see, this man called Lord Lugard that joined us together, that after 100 years, if we don't agree to be in one, we should divide or we should go our separate ways. Now, my question is this. Why Fulani is still holding us ransom, believing that we must be under them as their slave? They will never allow us to go, because if we go, they don't have anybody again to call their slave. We must remain under their slave. And my question is this. When you have a contract by FOBO, I believe that what is his name again? Lord Lugard, when he joined us together, he believed that one day will come, that 100 years must surely come. And these people may decide to go in their separate ways. Why the Fulani don't want us to go in our separate way? Because they believe that we are their slave. They will never allow us to go. Now, when you have a contract and the contract expires, what is the next? You have to renew your contract. Believing that the contract that Fulani have given us now, the Lord Lugard have given us have expired. What do we have to do? We call for a referendum. That is easy way. That is to call to renew this contract that Lord Lugard have put all together. Says, okay, let's call for referendum and let's see what people says. Are we going to remain the same or are we going to go in our separate ways? And this Fulani believe that if they call, because they know that this is not going the way it's supposed to be. If we call for this referendum, definitely Biafra have to go. That's why they insist that we must remain under them. And that we insist that we can never remain under them. We must go, whether they like it or not. Right. We must find our way to go our separate way. We will never remain the same with them. They are Fulani, let them do their own thing on their own way. And we Biafrans, we do our own thing our own way. That's the way it's going to be. We are never going to remain with them, whether they like it or not. Yes. Maz, that's number one. Number two, Maz, you see anything you hear on Radio Biafra, turn it around, turn it back, it must be the truth. Maz, I want to tell you what happened for this man that denying that they don't know anything about rendition of our leader. What is his name again? This is Ifeanyi. This is Senator Ifeanyi. Maz, I will tell you today that this man knows everything about rendition of our leader. If time will permit me, let me just talk a little bit about it. Mazi, you see, when I know a number of elections have come and gone, and what happened is this. If they called this man and said, the only man that can allow this Anambra election to go on is Nnamdi Kanu. And the way to do it, so far Nnamdi Kanu is still controlling this IPOB, Anambra election will not hold. So they have to do everything possible to say that they will impeach Nnamdi Kanu, to bring him back home in that zoo and lock him up. So that if Yoruba will have a space to go and meet him and make photo and come out and tell Biafrans, hey, I have got to see Nnamdi Kanu. This is what he said to me. This is the photo. You believe that I am only the candidate that will rule Anambra, so that everybody should vote for me. You see, when you go to House of Assembly or House of Senate to says, give me, I want to go and see Nnamdi Kanu, he never tell them to release Nnamdi Kanu. He never make that move. The move he make is, give me the permission to go and see him. He never say, release Nnamdi Kanu. That to tell you where this man is heading to. And after that, this man says, okay, I will provide everything necessary to see that Nnamdi Kanu is rendition to Nigeria. This is the man who provides his own jet. The jet that is denying that is his friend jet. No lie, that is not true. The jet that is used to rendition Nnamdi Kanu is from Ifeanyi jet. It's one of his jets. Number two, if Anuba pay the pilot that affair, that flight that bring Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria, if Anuba pay those crew that joined to go to Kenya to rendition Nnamdi Kanu, if Anuba spend all this money so that Nnamdi Kanu will be brought back to Nigeria so that he may have a chance to become the governor of Anambra State. And wisely DOS brought him down by calling off this sit at home. Do you know that he hoped that if this sit at home goes on, now either him or Anjuba, one of them will be emerged as the governor of Anambra State. But wisely that our DOS is, they see far than what we are thinking, they do the wisest thing. That's why now he's still alive and he's still moving around with us, and we keep quiet. Mazi, I think it's the time to deal with these animals because the time has come in Mazi. We cannot wait anymore. Mazi, please, before I drop, don't be offended if anybody calls you and ask some questions because people are boiling. People are angry, believe me. People are angry, very, very angry, Mazi. Anything that we will do that will bring Nnamdi Kanu out and bring Biafra today, Mazi, we are ready to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me and God bless you.
God bless you. All right, thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra. You're free to air your opinion here. Just tell us what you think. And however, listeners have to understand that this is not necessarily the opinion of the Radio Biafra itself. It's the individuals will give you a chance to talk, will allow you to express your feeling. You know, you are all humans. Whoever is arranging to abduct our leader, to do whatever they want to do to our leader, has to understand it very clearly that nothing can happen to Machineke. There's nothing you can do without the cooperation of the divine. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're going to be wasting your time. You're going to be adding more fuel to the burning fire. And Nnamdi Kanu being what he is, the spirit that he is, there is nothing. I'm telling you honestly, there's absolutely nothing. This whole thing is designed by Chukwukika Abiyama. It's a roadmap that is following. It's just having the map. That, however, if you have been listening to him from the beginning, most of the things happening today was already, I wouldn't say predicted, but already made known to most of us that this is the system, this is how we're going to go through this, and this is what is going to happen if this is going to happen this way, and everything is going exactly the way he said it. So why do we worry? Why do we care? We know as humans, we worry that our leader is there, but you know something? You cannot tell me that Jesus didn't know he was going to be killed. He didn't run away from the death. He continued being what he is, and today he's revered in the entire world. Caller, good morning. Caller on WhatsApp. I'm Principal Officer's Line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Peters. Good afternoon from here.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi, I thank you. Thank you very much. I remember Mazi Emmanuel. I'm calling from Paris. Mazi, I do appreciate what you are doing. I do appreciate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only man who are there taking all the blame for us. We appreciate him. Biafrans are solidly behind him. Mazi, in addition to what our brother just said now, if you really observed the manner and the way the DSS or the so-called Fulani government, their tactics, the way they isolated our leader this time around, shows very well that they are not acting it on their own. They are acting it on the instructions of those who participated in kidnapping him. If you look at the way they have kept our leader incommunicado in their own dungeon there in Abuja, without referring him or sending him to maybe what they call their correctional center, they act on the instruction of those, even some part of some part of people, even among IPOBians who participated or active or inactively on his rendition or when they kidnapped him. So when you observe everything, you see that these people they called Fulanis, they can never initiate such conditions, such way of isolating our leader. They cannot on their own, but they are acting through the way, the tactics, the informations, they are in fact the script they are playing now in Nigeria is being given to them by those who are trying so hard to bring IPOB down and to put confusion in IPOB, but they have failed on arrival. So, Mazi, another thing before I just drop is this. Do you see this, the way this military in our land, this El Shabaab and the Boko Haram military in our land, the reason why they are, that is, whenever they will just come into a community and they will allegedly say that they killed a one soldier. The same way Fulani herdsmen will come into a community, they will tell you that their cow is missing or they killed one of their cow. For that reason, they will start attacking those communities. It's still the same way, the same methodology that all these El Shabaab military in uniform, they are using. Whenever they come, they will tell you they kill a soldier. For that reason, they will start burning the whole houses in those communities. So the answer you have, the question you need to ask these people, or what you need to observe on this, their attitude is this. They want our people to be afraid. Whenever they saw those people on uniform, they will now take them as a legal. They want to legitimize them in our land. They want to make them official for our people to start respecting terrorists without knowing that those people in uniform are no more the real Nigeria military they used to know. So, Mazi, our people need to shine their eyes and stop all this our stubbornness, all this our nothing maker, nothing is happening. And one now, don't tell me this. Something is happening, but we keep on talking. They say we are talking, but it's through that talk, all of you now are now realizing that Nigeria is not made for you. Thank you very much, Mazi.
All right, thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra, USA 2. We're still taking calls here, 646-920-4541. When all said and done, we're still asking them for a referendum. That's a basic thing that if they think that they are going to force us into being Nigerians. No, it's not going to happen. It will never happen. It will not ever happen. All we're asking for is referendum. Give us the chance to say we want to belong. Whoever wants to remain in the zoo can do so. But regardless of that, there's nothing they can do to stop what. Everything, most of the things that we say is what we think, speculating, but the truth is that we know that in our midst, there are so many black sheep in our midst, people who want to sell us out, not because they think it's what like I use the politicians and the traditional rulers as an example when I made my station this morning. They are not against us because they love Nigeria too much, but they are afraid of what will happen to them. Because they have been corrupt. The traditional rulers have lost basis. I'm telling you the truth there. When the traditional rulers, the government starts paying him salary, then he loses his grip. Because that's the only thing that they do. The government go out there, they even drive a car. You look at their car, you see the crown on their car. Why? They are supposed to be traditional rulers. They are not supposed to be attached to the government in any shape or form so that they can speak the truth. But when they are on salary and the government is paying them by the month, how do you expect them to go against the government? It's not true. to tell the truth, not even going against, because telling the government the truth means that they assume that you're going against them, when actually that is not the case. All right, I have a call on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Peters. This is Chichi from New Jersey. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you.
Okay, Mazi, I just want to start by thanking you. It's not easy to get up this early to broadcast on our radio. I pray for strength on you and everyone that's out there doing whatever they can to put the words out there to people.
Yes.
I want to also say, plead with our people. Let us try to read in between the lines. Let us forget about the sentiments, because that's what I say. There's a lot of sentiment, there's a lot of emotions, and this is stopping people from reasoning and listening with their inner ears to hear. When you hear stuff, you have to digest what you heard. You have to, take a look at what you've put one and two together to get to understand the truth. Because there's a whole lot of things out there, and people are running with the wrong information, and they're making a whole lot of mistakes. I also want to plead with our people, please stop saying if anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu. I don't like when I hear that, because I personally believe that nothing will happen to him.
That's right.
I take my time when I pray for him. I take my time to speak to everything that I want to see happen. Let us do more of that for him than saying if anything happens to him, because nothing is going to happen to him. When we look at what this man has gone through, we see that God is actually with this man. And also for those of us that think that it's money first, let me tell you something. When you collect that money, regardless of how much you have, regardless of what people say about you, a slave is a slave.
Yes, right.
It is better you forget about the money. Get your freedom. Freedom is priceless. And the person that you sell, if you sell your brother to somebody, they will never trust you, not in this world. I want people to understand this. And coming to those who call themselves leaders in evil land, let me say something to you. Please, in the name of the Lord, you are not leaders because you don't behave one bit like leaders. Leaders protect. Leaders speak up when something happens to their people. Leaders stand with their people, not against their people. But you know what? When we keep saying, foreigners should give us Biafra, let us go, they don't have the power to do that. They are not in charge of our lives. The person and the only one that's in charge of our life is God. Let us turn to him. Do what you have to do on your part and allow the Lord to complete the rest. Yes. That's all I want to say this morning, Mazi. Thank you so much one more time. May God keep you. May God keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And at the appointed time, he's going to come out. And he definitely will come out in glory.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. I want you to take note of what she just said that picked me. He said, when you say things like, if anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu, it means you're hoping that something will happen to him. Nothing is going to happen to him. I told you the man is divinely protected, and you thinking about something happening to him. No. Sit down in your homes, go down on your knees, pray that nothing happens to him. Do not say if something happens to him, because your voice means that you're shaking, you don't have the faith, you don't have the strength, you don't have the how would I say it, the endowment to say this is what is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's gone through this before. Like I said before, I used Jesus as an example. He knew he was going to die. Don't tell me he didn't know. He could have called his father, because he even said, if it be your wish, take off this chalice from me, right? I tell you, I studied the Bible small. I'm not very good at it, but I know that I remember a few things. So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is that Nnamdi Kanu is going through a process. And the process is something that will lead to our destination. It's something that will take us to where we are going. It's not easy. Never been easy. Nothing good comes easy. You know, anything that's going to be good will have some bumps and jumps and things like that. So we need to stay there, pray for him. Don't ask if anything happens to him. If anything, nothing's going to happen to him. He's going to be alive to lead us to our destination. This is a journey that we started together. You know, he started the journey and some of us journeyed on the way. So there's no way we are going to sit down there and think the whole thing is going to crumble because somebody thinks so. No. This is a divine project, and the divine project is what it is. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It's Biafra.
The Supreme Leader.
I still have time to take a few one or two more calls before I go.
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Bring up Biafra. We are Biafra. Come on. We are Biafra. What? If I tell a peaceful protest, shooting like bullets at the toll gate, and you all see the way the zoo government commit murder. You all put on a wall with your red, and you're watching it for the common voices and the mother. Zoo government will long to say the back, the bank, the family, and the back. Mafachola Biafra, Putilo, eh, Daya Fubumio. Gone are the days of blackout, them out the scene, who did they get out? Shut up, no shout to get out, shameless vulture, Janja with Zolo, Jan Mugu. On Facebook, now got to reform a boys here, couple. Janja with them in our land, in our farmland, they defile our guests. Government not coming to more than a bit of more than a celebrity without the freedom you will cover. Biafra will live, never die. You don't never sleep, we take it naps. We'll up to one anyone in the bottom of the door to leg like a Macaulay Palo and the football. Here come another Lechi, Patro of the Union, never know that full of me, I know you can. They will move to me, Papa cheese, put your book, passing the fire down. Come on, to me. Yeah, we are Biafra. Come on, come on, get it. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. Come on, Biafra, get it. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. Come on, we are Biafra. Biafra. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. Biafra. We are Biafra. Bekenena. Kenelu muchukoki kadama unyomo kodaya na punana. Kenelu Nnamdi okukana wapa ibeku. Ekere kwemu Biafra.
Amadike, happy birthday to you, Mazi. Happy birthday to you. Odogu Ipob Nijemu, the savior of Igbo. Happy birthday to you, Amadike. Happy birthday to you, Mazi. Happy birthday to you. Tata Kamulu Doguma, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ofoye Chudisi, the savior of Igbo land. Biafra spinning
IPOB, Worldwide, DJ Whiskey,
Real bits.
everything we've been through, God will see you now. Yeah, everything we've been through, God will see you now. There's no one they can give to us better than Nnamdi Kanu. Envy, hatred was only two they gave us, fight on them. That's no amount of killings will kill us.
for our country. There's nothing they can say to us. We keep us from each other. Chupo Kike Abiyama, we calling on you today. Where everyone else failed us, only you we trust. Chupo Kike Abiyama.
At the time he sent me the scripts, and for whatever reason he called the radio station a couple of times, and I never heard from him again. You don't have to call the Radio Biafra USA too, but call the other platforms, because I listen. Each time we hear your voice, those of you who are with us, you hear your voices. That gives me the hope that nothing has happened to you, because you know how unsafe it is out there. Crazy zoo. That's what I call it, crazy zoo. That's exactly where they are, and they do whatever they like to do with humans. They don't give a damn who is who. But I hope, and I simply pray and hope that you are very, very fine. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you any day. Call us. You know the numbers here: 6469204541845344794 929469953. You don't have to call today, but I'm only making you understand that we miss you. I personally miss you, because I have a lot of your music that's with me here, and you were in touch. Then the sudden disappearance makes my heart poop. You know what I'm saying? So just give us a call anytime you are able to. All right, my brothers, this brings an end to this program. This Radio Biafra USA 2. Mazi Alozie is next, USA 1. But whatever questions you have, I can see somebody is trying to come in, but I can't take any more calls. Whatever questions you have, please direct them to Mazi Alozie on USA 1. From me, still have to remind you that Biafra is our religion. On Radio Biafra is where we worship. Keep the flag flying. Keep hope alive. Do the prayers you're asked to do on the 30th, and keep our leader in your prayer. And here from me is goodbye.
There's no one they can give to us better than Nnamdi Kanu. Hope that's mine. There's no amount of killings will feel our love for our country. There's nothing they can say to us. We'll keep up. Chupo Kike Abiyama, Omogina Ogita, Wekwensu na Babuani. So Gibuchan, God they cradle, only you we trust. Zobu, and together we call your name, Yahweh. Benjamin Madubuga. Together we call your name, Yahweh. Together we call your name, Yahweh. Strong, smart, dedicated people, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Now you are broken, can't wait to talk to the ancestors. Know yourself and who you are, and join the fight for Biafra freedom. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Biafra's coming, I see how clearly in our hearts it's right. It's been for we go, let her out for the world to see how beautiful she is. Biafra. Together we call your name, Yahweh. Together we call your name, Yahweh. Together we call your name, Yahweh. There's no one they can give to us better than Nnamdi Kanu. Every hatred was only too they gave us fighting them. There's no amount of killings will kill our love for our country. There's nothing they can say to us will keep us from our freedom. There's nothing they can do to us to keep us from our freedom. There's nothing they can say to us will keep us from each other. There's
nothing they can give to us will stop us from our struggle. Chukwu kike abịama, omoke na ogita. Ekwensu na-akpagbu anyị, n'ọsọ gị bụ chi. God the Creator Almighty, we're calling on you today. Where everyone else failed us, only you we trust. There's no one they can give to us better than Nnamdi Kanu. Envy, hatred was only two they gave us, but on them.
Yeah, boy. Represent, you know. Oh yeah, watch it. I'm representing. Hey, Mazi chica. Watch it for the goddamn. You know. Nika magnechi, fachoro kiyone yone. Neba nyone titi, kafuna nina lwanyoka. Nebe muku nekuobiko, fapo chisi pachoboku. Fasina fata wani, skoro kuni. Sweat for them devil. All them I know how to do is evil. We resolute 24/7. IPOB is the mouth of the people. Adapt is a healer. Nnamdi Kanu is a healer. Colonial and Mazi na ida kwa na papilo. Na pachola dia pula papilo. Ndaya for bobio. Gone out the days of blackout. He them out the scene and who did they get out? Shut up and no shout to get out. Shameless vulture. Janja with solo Jan Mugu. On a Facebook and now two boys here couple. Janja with them in our land. In our farmland they defy our guys. Government know they committee more than rapping the mother to your celebrity without the freedom you were coward. Biafra will live, never die. You never sleep, we take naps. Well, if you want anyone in the water, who would talk to the intelligence from the water. They come here to make you. Catch your key, you're a young man. Never know it. Careful and need a wine. Never look when you're working. Papa Jesus, catch your working. Passing a bag of one. Scar do me. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Bring up, Biafra. We are Biafra. Come on. We are Biafra. Everybody tell a peaceful protest. You be open man way, Papa Soja. Shooting like bullet at the toll gate. And your city where the zoo government commit murder. You almost put on a boat with your red. And you're watching for the common voices of the mola. Zoo governments will long to say the back. Group of bank with the family hand the back. Mapachola Biafra Patilo. Njaya Fubumi yo. Gone out the days of blackout. He them out the scene and who did they get out? Shut up and no shout to get out. Shameless vulture. Janja with Zolo Jan Mugu.
They into cow business, cattle business, goat business, fowl business, and every animalistic animality to start rearing our native cows. In Fibu, our native goat, our native cock. Get your chicken house, get your goat house. Prepare from 8th of October 2021. Go reach April 7th, 2022. 6 months, you prepare yourself to bring our own into market. From that 7th, everything about Fulani cow, Fulani goat, Fulani fowl, everything about Fulani, no go appear for Biafran again. If we begin to rear our own, we be a hero, which our forefathers and our fathers do very, very well. For all this Fulani cow meat, where then they sleep, romance, have sex, do ritual with. After them will come sell them to us. You never ask yourself, say, why they say Fulani know they eat cow meat? They know they eat cow suya. Now only ram them they eat. Now you go chocolate suya, chocolate kanga, chocolate umo, chocolate nkwobi, chocolate everything. And after that, you come they do beribe. You know they ask yourself something. So therefore, from 8th of October 2021, this month where we pay till 7th of April 2022, then be complete 6 months. So we want make use and rear our own cow. And after that day, 7th of April 2022, no more Fulani cow meat, no more Fulani cow again in Biafra land, no more their goat. We no go use them for burial ceremony, for gift, for chieftaincy, for fala, for whatever you fit, for suya, for all second or second. That one go be abomination and taboo. If we catch you, if you try am, one day, no the person go tell you wetin you go see. Therefore, we dey ask you to do the needful now, because ayinju ekwensu and ajuonia. If we reject Satan, we must reject him work, because in work dey evil. Fulani na Satan, and all this their cow and every other thing na dem pikin. We must reject them, reject everything. We dey bring this one to your notice, make a hear am, because nothing better pass our own. Awe Igbo, every Igbo one pinunu, ogefe, the smell go dey touch your nose. Na the kind one wey we want dey eat, wey dey tasty. The aroma dey do me for nose, and your throat go dey call you for chocolate, which you must. We no go tell you this thing again. If you have ears, make a hear. From 8th of October 2021 go reach April 7th 2022, na grace period be that. After 7th of April 2022, no more Fulani meat. For that day, for 7th, like the expiration of Fulani cow meat, Fulani goat meat, Fulani whatever. If we see them, one day you go join them for wherever they are. This message now from the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, the owners of the land, under the leadership of our charismatic and indefatigable leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, umemene zoo, amadio hankizi na la Biafra. Honor, tell others. Na so you do.
Now we own the society.
Wonderful welcome. First, I'd like to send my greetings to all the people of Nigeria. I've been treated with unexcelled hospitality and generosity. So I want to express those sentiments to feel welcomed from the United States. Before I arrived in Abuja, I spent some time in Geneva, where there's a working group on arbitrary detention. It's a 5-member group that's a unit of the United Nations Human Rights Council, and it entertains applications on behalf of persons who have been arbitrarily detained under international law. I submitted an urgent action application on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu, identifying all of the elements of arbitrariness in his current detention, including, for example, his denial of access to counsel, which is triggered the moment he is detained. And so you've all heard from Ejiofor that he was denied counsel even when he was first brought into court. But that's not the only denial of detention rights. It seems quite clear, based upon the history of his detention and the struggle for Biafrans through peaceful means to secure a separate sovereignty, that he was singled out because of his ethnicity, his membership in the Biafran community, which is a discrimination prohibited specifically under international law and indeed also under the Nigerian Constitution. If you read the counts in the complaint, now 7, they come at the 11th hour, which is quite irregular. Ordinarily you accuse someone before a few days before a trial. They consist of activities that are commonplace for all sorts of Nigerians. And why is Nnamdi Kanu the only one charged with such extravagant crimes as treason, levying war against Nigeria? But in addition to those violations of international law, the fact that he was kidnapped, he was tortured, he was extraordinarily renditioned to Nigeria without any due process of law is also illustrative of the arbitrariness of his detention. And you can think of the irregularity by contemplating the following. At the time that he was delivered from Kenya to Nigeria, he had not even been charged with 4 of the 7 counts that are now laid against him that were not advanced and articulated until last week. He couldn't possibly have been extradited even for legal means. Under the urgent action process in the working group, the Nigerian foreign minister was immediately notified of the allegations in our complaint. In an ordinary case, there's 60-day response time, but because there's a jeopardy to Nnamdi Kanu's health, including the lack of access to professional medical care, it's on a fast track. If the foreign minister responds, and at present he is not, then I will be permitted an opportunity to answer. But the working group is endowed with authority to make final definitive pronouncements on international law. And the Nigerian government is a signatory to the critical documents, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which bind the government of Nigeria to adherence. And a pronouncement by the working group of arbitrary detention would be a critical weakness in the movement for even a trial for someone who has been illegally captured and delivered. It is a fundamental principle, a universal principle of law, domestic and international, that the government should not be able to profit from its own wrongdoing or criminality. And if you permit governments to kidnap and torture and then try persons illegally, you're then emboldening governments to serve as kind of vigilante justice, running around all the world, capturing any of their dissidents with no due process and bringing them back to trial. After I completed my work in Geneva, then I traveled to Athens. I'm working with the foreign ministries of Greece and Israel. I didn't get to Israel because of some glitch in COVID-19, but I hope to travel there after this Abuja visit terminates, to sue the government of Nigeria in the International Court of Justice that sits in The Hague. The International Court of Justice is not like the International Criminal Court. The International Court of Justice only entertains suits between nations. Most recently, in a case very similar to the one concerning Nigeria, the Gambia sued Myanmar in the International Court of Justice for genocide against the Rohingya, and they won early court battles. So the nations bringing suit don't necessarily have to be the ones suffering from the wrongdoing. And the International Court of Justice has a history of trying genocide cases, stemming back to the wars that erupted after Yugoslavia disintegrated, Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia, Herzegovina. There are 9-year terms for 15 members of the High Court that sits in the International Court of Justice, but we think this is important to have a platform that exposes the daily horrors and atrocities that are inflicted on peaceful civilians in the Southeast. I want to underscore that this issue of the upheavals and strife in Nigeria are not intended to point one group against another.
With them in our land, in our family land, they defy our guys. Government made the committee more than rapping more than your celebrity without the freedom you were coward. Biafra will live, never die. You don't never sleep, we taking naps. We'll up doing anyone in the water when I'm dancing. Yeah, like I'm up found. Ye come maduchi, facture of you, live on your leti, Capella Nina, live in who near Putin, Papaji, passing a bad down, Scammer of me. Biafra, come on,